Draymond Green's comments on the old generation and the new generation. He basically talked about how the old generation always hates on the new generation. And I have the two quotes of what he says, and then we'll get into it. Draymond Green said, "What's crazy is people say you must respect each era, but the past era don't respect this era. I don't think respect is passed down to us from the other generations. But I think people are quick to say, oh, you got to respect this because they came before. I don't agree with that. I disagree with that." Then he said, everybody doesn't deserve respect. Just because you play before me, you don't deserve respect. Just because you play before me doesn't mean you deserve respect. I'm sorry, but God had it in his plans for you to be born before me, and you deserve respect. Because of that, nah, my mama ain't raised me that way. Respect is earned. So, what is your take on Draymond Green saying the old generation doesn't respect the new generation?
Bro, he tripping. Like I'm not saying that, some players, you deserve to give respect to the older generation, first and foremost, because they're the ones that paved the way. They're the ones that made it so you guys can get $100 million contracts. They paved the ways to so that you guys can wear what you want and do what you think. So if that's the case, that means you're not giving respect to Oscar Robertson. You're not giving respect to Kareem. You're not giving respect to Wilt. You're not giving respect to any other older generation of player. So you're not giving respect to Jerry West. You're not giving respect to whatever older generation player. Like, just because some players, them older generation guys, are not respecting you, that don't mean you don't give respect in return. See? So if that's the case, when these kids that's coming up now in the league, when they come in the league, they shouldn't respect you. They shouldn't respect you, Draymond, because it don't matter what you did in the past and how many rings you won. I don't care about none of that. I don't have to respect you. No, they should respect you too because of what you've done for the game. Like, I don't agree with it. I think he tripping.
So, okay, I think you should respect like the older generation. I'm cool with that because, like you said, I 100% agree with you when you said they paved the way for you to get like these big contracts. Like we talk about like Oscar Rock, like Kareem, Bill Russell, and all that. They went through like hell and back then of the day to fight for us, well, fight for y'all to get like to play in the NBA and get these contracts and stuff like that, and just play for a long time. But at the same time, he ain't lied when they always be hating on this generation. Because they always do. Because the minute because they always talk about, man, you come in our generation, you ain't dropping 30 points, 20 some
Yeah.
points. We're slap like you're hating. Like, bruh, like it's not that serious. And like Charles Barkley and Shaq, they're the main ones on TV. They always hate on this generation, bro. They always talk about this generation soft. They not playing games. Like, bro, you're hating on us. And I have another quote. This isn't with Draymond, but did you see this quote from BJ Armstrong?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so BJ Armstrong said he isn't impressed with OKC Thunder winning a lot of games in this era because he believes half the league is tanking. He said the league has changed. Half of the teams are tanking. So let me know, should I be impressed or should I, if we just want to sit here and look at the stat sheet and start comparing? All right, I'll do that. Is that what you want to do? Half of the teams are tanking. I respect what the Thunder have done. I respect the players. However, here's the era where it is what it is. We're finding teams for not playing their players. I don't recall that happened a few years ago. Another reason. So we're disrespecting this era just for no reason. The Thunder are 60 some wins. I don't care what era it is. Winning 60 games out of 80 something is crazy. Like you gotta
Mm-hmm.
respect that. So yes, I agree. Like, why should I respect you when you be disrespecting me? Why should I do that? Like that's all I'm saying. Like the old
I
generation
mean,
do be hated.
it's a difference though. Like, if, like, for instance, BJ Armstrong. Since if you're disrespecting me, then you get the same energy back. But if it's like the older generation, like, not everybody deserves that. The ones that are showing love, those are the ones that you give respect to. But the ones that's disrespecting, them the ones that you don't respect. You know what I mean? Because they're being disrespectful. So why would you respect somebody? You know what I'm saying? You can't give me my flowers, but you want me to give you your flowers, like, and we both great. Like that don't make sense. So I mean, it just depends on the person. I feel like, but just generalizing it to the entire older generation, nah, I don't agree with that.
Because I do feel like with Shaq as example, we always say, man, Shaq damn near probably averaged like almost close to 40 points per game in this era. Same with MJ, right? But then Shaq be like, man, he wouldn't do nothing against us. He wouldn't do anything back in this era. Brother, why do you have to think that way? I think earlier Stephen A. Smith said that he didn't name the Hall of Famer, but he said that a Hall of Famer that said that Steph Curry wouldn't average 17 points back then. Be serious. You telling
Bro,
me
he's a
Steph Curry
shooter.
can't average 17 points?
Bro, one, he's a shooter. He can finish and he can dribble. What are you talking about?
First of all, look at that back then. No one's like, especially when like big man and when the paint is all like cluttered together.
Oh yeah,
Steph Curry got, first of all, he got limited range. And back then, the 3-point line was shorter. So you telling me Steph Curry can't get 17 points? Bro,
bro.
what are
Look
we
at Steve
talking about?
Nash. Steve Nash. Steve Nash could get you 17 points back in the day. So Steph couldn't. Like, come on now, dog.
Like,
Come
I
on
get,
now, dog.
I get what you're saying. Like, we gotta respect these guys because they did do what they had to do to get us to where we are now. But at the same time, they do be hating. They do be saying this era is soft just because people be like resting or tanking. Bro, they don't do that. It's the teams that do that. The teams are the ones that's resting them guys. They ask them what days you want off. Who do you not want to face this day? And they just pick the day and they just say, okay, you're not playing this day. That's not them. So no. No, 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 no.
Saying Steph can't average 17 in the early 2000s is crazy. That's insane, bro.
That's what he said, man. That's what he said. But uh, do you think so? If Michael Jordan was in this era, do you think he could average almost close to 40?
No.
You don't think so?
Averaging averaging 40? No.
Could he be
That's
close to
extremely hard.
averaging 40?
That's I can see MJ averaging like 34, 35, maybe 36. I don't 40 though. 40, bro, 40 is a lot of buckets for 82 games to put up. To average 40, G. That means you're gonna have to have some 50 balls in there. You know what I mean? Scoring 40 every game is hard, bro.
So what you think Jokic would have done back then? Actually, take that back. What you think Kyrie Irving would have done back then?
Average more than 17. I know that. The
I'm not
hell?
gonna lie. If Kyrie Irving was back then, they probably think he was like a wizard or a god or something, bro. You ever
Mhm.
seen that video of it was a Bulls game and the commentators Michael Jordan did the most basic crossover. And they said, "Oh my god, oh my god." Bro, they see Kyrie Irving, but they think he be out here cheating, bro. They
Mhm.
think he they think he be out here cheating, bro. Let me
They would have
see.
put that man on a wooden cross and burnt him alive. They would have thought he was a witch or something.
Oh yeah, so he said a Hall of Famer came up to me and said Steph Curry would not have averaged more than 70 points per game in our era. We would have hurt him. First of all, why do we gotta hurt him? Why do we gotta? It's like they always gotta be like hurted and physical and stuff like that. Why do we have to do that?
Bro, just cause they people didn't play. You say it was a former player, right?
A Hall of Famer. No, this is just a Hall of
Yeah,
Famer.
bro. Just cause people didn't play the game, I don't mean they really know the game. I.e., look at Michael Jordan. He played the game, arguably, what I'm saying, the greatest of all time, and he can't draft to save his life. He can't spot talent to save his life. So if Michael Jordan can't spot talent, I'm pretty sure other former players have terrible basketball IQs.
So you do agree that the old heads don't respect this era though. You do agree with that?
I wouldn't say all of them. I think some of them definitely doesn't respect this era because they felt like they should be getting the money that they get now, and but I wouldn't say the entire older generation because I've seen players show love to the new generation. So
I'm telling y'all, man, this doesn't happen in other sports, bro. It only happens in basketball. I'm telling you. I never see in the NFL where an old head disrespects like the new generation. They don't do that. They
I
really
mean, well
don't.
now, what Dion and what's that dude? Monte Samuel or something like that. What's the dude's
Asante
name?
Samuel.
Yeah, yeah. Him and Dion, they've been going at
Well,
it
that's
lately.
that's well, that's beef. But this is the everyday conversation of some old head got to say something about this generation. Somebody, bro. Like you don't see that in basketball, you don't see it in baseball, don't see it in hockey. They pay homage to them and they respect us. And here, man, I average 40 and 20 against these guys right now. Okay, bro. Okay, brother. And real quick, shout out to Carmelo Anthony on making it to the Hall of Fame, man. Like I think everybody knew he was making the Hall of Fame, but Carmelo Anthony, I always say, man, he's one of he's like this era's kind of goats, kind of like we look at like LeBron, Wade, Chris Paul, Melo. If you want to add Kevin Durant and Steph Curry in there, those are like our pillars. Like we look at them as those are our guys, and you know, seeing the guy with Hall of Fame, it's very nice. So congratulations, Melo. Congratulations. You muted. Or your mic tweaking. I can't hear you. Or I cannot hear you. Or is it mine? Nope, not mine. Can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Take your AirPod out. Yeah, I can't hear you, bro. No. I couldn't hear him, Simone. Wait, Simone, you couldn't hear Charles or you couldn't hear me? Because I could not hear this man. I couldn't hear him save it. Couldn't hear him. He was just talking.
You get me?
I'm good now, brother. Couldn't hear you, G. Yeah, couldn't. Yeah, nobody couldn't hear you. Bro.
But damn, what was that?
I was talking
Oh,
about Bello.
oh yeah. I wish Melo would at least got him one ring, bro. I wish Melo would at least got one ring. He deserves it, bro. One of the best scorers of all times. Um, Even Kobe said that he was a hard matchup. He's one of the toughest people he's ever had to guard. Um, and I don't think Melo gets a lot of credit, and I think that's because he's never won a ring, or he's never really made it that far in the playoffs. So I
I
don't think
mean,
Melo credit he
he
deserves.
made the
Just like
conference
KD.
finals. He made the conference finals, but that was against Kobe. And it's like, I don't think a lot of people had them beating the Lakers that year. But he made it far. Well, that 1 year,
But
but
I was just say that was his only time though.
yeah, that was his only time. That was his only time. The only thing I disagree with Melo is that I hate when they be saying that gold medal means more than a ring, bro. Stop the
And it don't, bro.
cap.
It don't,
Stop.
bro.
You're lying. You are lying. You know damn well when you come in the NBA, you do not think about no gold medal. Please stop the cap. You come in the league because you want to make the most money you can and to win a championship. Like, let's
Hmm.
be honest. I hate when people like that when they do that. Just I know you didn't win, bro, but we're not gonna act like a gold medal anymore. Like, we're just not gonna do that. Now, maybe in the other countries it probably does because that you know that Olympic type and that gold medal stuff that means more to them to us in America. Like it just does. Like it's great to have a gold medal to represent your country, but man, winning that championship ring in your league, that means way more.
Like I think if Jokic would have won the Olympics, he would have been more happier winning the Olympics than winning that NBA championship.
I agree, and I believe because that means more to his country. Like I do agree with that, but us as Americans, bro, we won a ring. We won a ring over a gold medal. And there ain't nothing against that gold medal. But man, I hate when y'all do that, bro. Because y'all be lying. Like y'all just be straight lying. But like with the Draymond Green, like I just feel like the older generation kind of does disrespect us. But I agree with you. We do gotta respect them too. But they just don't respect us in general.